Hi guys, welcome to the voice activation method. In this video, I want to share with you why you should stop worrying about raising your larynx. But before we get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Jimmy. I am the creator of the voice activation method. It is a method that is created independently by me through my past 10 years of studying various methods, being a student, being a vocal coach of many different types of people, voice actors, singers, and trans people. It is a method that helps you understand how the voice works. It is applicable beyond the gender affirming voice space, but I am so grateful that I can help the trans community with the knowledge that I gathered and the experience that I learned in my past 10 plus years of working. So there's the reason why I make this video is because there's this narrative in the gender affirming voice space about raising the larynx. In my voice lessons, you will never hear me say raise your larynx. It is because of this. I'm going to demonstrate you first, okay? So I want you to look at my larynx, and then I'm going to make my voice sound brighter, which is basically what raising your larynx is for. And I want you to notice how my larynx barely moves. Notice how it barely moved? Maybe it moved a little bit, but it's definitely not in the way that you think, like that. So today we're going to break it down. And then I'm going to teach you what exactly do you need to focus on in order to achieve that bright, feminine voice. Now, if you like this type of content, definitely press like, leave a comment, and for sure, subscribe to my channel. I will commit to making more videos that is going to help you find clarity and mastery. The first thing why you don't want to raise your larynx is because the way you move your larynx is not by moving the larynx. It's actually through your tongue. So everybody, let's move your tongue like this. And do you see how my larynx is moving up and down? So the attention has been put in the wrong place. It's not about moving the larynx, it's about moving the root of the tongue. So the root, the tongue goes from here, the tip, all the way, connect down to here. It is the movement of the tongue that triggers the movement of the larynx. So as long as you can focus on your tongue's movement, you pretty much can control your larynx. So for now, forget about the larynx. It is the root of your tongue. So we can do some tongue exercises in order to increase its mobility, like this. Super simple. You keep the tip of your tongue touching the back of the bottom teeth. You maintain that contact, and you just move your tongue up and down as if you're saying la la la. Yeah, just kind of give that a try. Now, for many people who are watching, many students, maybe you're already encountering quite significant challenge at this stage of the exercise. If that is the case, that is okay. However, it does mean that you need to commit into developing that agility in your oral cavity. If you cannot move your tongue with agility, you're going to have a challenging time down the line and when you're trying to, feminize your voice or anything. The tongue's mobility is absolutely crucial because the tongue's movement is what changes your resonance. Probably another word that many of you guys have heard of, but doesn't make any sense. I guarantee you I'm going to give you the answer, the explanation that is going to absolutely clarify your understanding of resonance. Resonance is the space and size of the object sound vibrates in. So for example, this is a water bottle. When I tap it, it vibrates and it creates sound, and sound is vibrating in this object, which has a volume. However, if I tap this, right, it's a mouse. The shape is different. The volume of the object is different. When the size of the object is different, it enhances the voice differently. So now when it comes to our voice, the object that we're referring to is the space and size of your throat and your oral cavity. And that is created by your lips, your jaw, your tongue, your soft palate, and a lot of other muscles that you do not need to know, and certainly you cannot consciously control. However, the tongue is one of the biggest player, and the tongue is something that we can move and we can control. So once again, the tongue goes from here all the way to here. So when you're moving your tongue from the root, that root action is what moves the larynx. So we want to learn how to maneuver the root of the tongue. So you can do all kinds of tongue exercises to like this or in and out. There are many, many tongue exercises out there that can help you improve agility. Now, certainly, if you want to learn, I do have a collection of tongue exercises in my book, Owning Your Voice, which you can, order in the description box. So this is why, before you even attempt to change your resonance and exercise your resonance, you need to make sure that you understand how to move the tongue. Without understanding the tongue's movement, it's going to be very, very difficult. So hopefully just by this, you understand that, okay, so it's not about the larynx anymore. It is about the root of the tongue. Now, however, it becomes a little bit more nuanced than that. You see, it is not just the tongue. It is all kinds of other muscular actions along with the tongue. The tongue is the movement that that we need is internal and it's nuanced. You can see a little bit of movement, right? But you see the larynx is not making as much of a movement. So that means that when it comes to resonance, it is not just about the space and shape of the object. It becomes much more intricate. In order to activate this resonance adjustment, you'll have to consider and understand chest voice. Chest voice is a stronger sound. Whenever you're loud, you're using more chest voice. Now, if you are interested in learning more about what chest voice and head voice is, definitely follow me. I have a lot of videos that explains what chest voice and head voice is. So definitely go check them out. Chest voice is a strong sound that is the result of a particular vocal fold's behavior. Now, essentially, in voice activation method, we understand that when you have more chest voice, your resonance adjustment is more likely to be very, very bright, or the space becomes really small. So if you want to activate that resonance space, one trick is to go loud and annoying, like in ew, oh my god, that is so crazy. When you're doing that, you are changing your resonance. So really tune in to kind of the internal nuanced muscular engagement when you're speaking like this versus when you're doing a yawn. When you're speaking like this. Notice that there is some sort of very nuanced movement. That is how you practice your resonance. Now, this is very, very important. Notice how this kind of sound is not feminine at all. Yeah, it's not feminine at all, because in order to be feminine, you want to have this resonance adjustment and then soften your voice along the way. But when you are practicing just a resonance, you need to make sure that you are loud, bright, annoying. So many students, one mistake that they do is that they, right off the bat, is aiming for a feminine voice. Now, feminine voice is the result of quite a few elements working together. Resonance is only one of them. When you're working on just one element, you need to focus on making that element happen. And in order to easily activate this bright element, you want to go loud and strong, which is not feminine. So hopefully this video helps you understand that in order to achieve a bright feminine voice, it is much more complicated and nuanced than just simply raising your larynx. It is about strategically learning how to build and develop the agility in your tongue, while simultaneously understand how to activate a brighter resonance through adding more chest voice. It is these two things that is going to help you achieve a brighter resonance. So hopefully you enjoyed today's content. If you, once again, enjoy my video, enjoy my teaching, please click like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to study with me, you can follow me on social media or certainly email me in order to book a one-on-one lesson. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.